But these brass doors are so solid, when you see this, you go to tap on, this is what I'm gonna bring up to the cafe somehow. It's original.
Is this like a check writing table?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You know, they put their deposit slips here and whatever else, and it hasn't been touched, it's original.
Wow.
So when I bring it upstairs eventually, I mean, I've gotta clean this glass and clean it up a little bit, but I wanna bring it up there. It's gonna be a four-man job to move it.
Oh, easily.
We moved it just from over here to here to get it out of the way one time, and it's extraordinarily heavy. And the base is marble to boot.
So that way it keeps it from topping over. Yep.
I guess so,
Toppling
yeah.
over. And marble is heavy.
There's a lot of marble. But that, that little passageway that I was telling you about runs along this wall back here.
They found
Next to this corner.
They found like a ladder or something up in there.
Oh, it could have been, I don't know, I didn't see the ladder. It comes down along here, and then once it gets to this area.
Wow.
Hey, getting up.
Safe deposit boxes.
That hallway runs to this area and lands in this safe, or whatever it is, this hatch.
Oh, wow.
And they can get from that hatch into here, and this was a safe room because it's just masonry. This has gone over a little bit by drywall for whatever reason. But it was masonry and stainless, and no one's gonna get in. If they're burglarizing the place, they just couldn't do it. And that's where they had fresh air coming in, so if you had to be in here for a couple of days, you're not gonna run out of oxygen, you know? But if you guys wanna squeeze in, you can do it. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. One of you guys was here last year, or no, maybe it was the blog that, you know, the Rochester subway guys, one of them understood this thing and how it was, their
Yeah.
dad was in alarms.
They weren't
Old
sure.
school, but-
They weren't sure if it used poison gas or there was a big question because some of these could actually use like some kind of a nerve gas.
What? Jeez, I don't know, I've never heard that.
That was on the Rochester subway page.
Was it really?
Yep.
That was there for the fresh air, so like I said, no one had died. But this was their escape. They'd run down that hallway, they'd get here, they'd be in this hatch, somehow they'd get out, and they'd hide here. Lock it down. And I don't know if they ever had to use it, I mean, I suppose they could. But there's a secret, not a secret, but there's a very confusing staircase that's all the way in the back of the building that drops off in 3 different places and 3 different floors. So if you burglarize, if you rob the bank, and you try to get out through the staircase, you go up and it stops, and you don't know where to go. And then you have to walk 10 feet or 15 feet to the next staircase that goes up a flight but doesn't go anywhere. It's just a cement wall. And then down into the basement. It's confusing to everybody. But that's the way it was built, to trap the burglar,
Yep.
you know? And it was completely confusing, and still is confusing to me. And if you get into the staircase, you can't get into the building unless you go 5 flights. There's actually 7 flights, because there's 2 floors between the ground floor and the 2nd floor. So you have to go 7 flights up to get to the 5th floor. And which I just think is cool as hell.
The original blueprints would be amazing to look at.
I did find a piece of the original blueprints. But again, maybe the owner, or the previous owner or the owner before that just found them
The city hall would have them.
and
That's
they
for
throw
sure.
it out. That would be great if I could
They'd
find
be
it.
on. They would have them on microfilm by now, I would think,
I would hope.
because the city keeps blueprints of anything in the city.
Could be, back in the day. The 40 Franklin Street blueprints, the original ones are still in existence, from McKim, Mead, and White. And I think that's cool as hell, because one of those 3 guys had to sign off on everything.
Yep.
So their original signature is on those prints,
There's originals.
which makes it really valuable. Not that you're gonna sell it on eBay or anything, but it's incredibly valuable to the person who owns the building.
There's some
I mean, it's
from
history,
Sibley's that are the same way. They're written on like a cloth. The blueprints are, and the guy's signature is on them. That was also on the Rochester subway.
Like a linen type cloth, or are you talking about
Kind of, sort
something
of
like a dollar bill?
No, actual like a. They weren't linen. I can't. I'd have to pull up the blog and which underground. I'll never get a signal, but
Right.
they actually have the blueprints. The wind companies who owns it now,
When, right.
because they're going by some of those original blueprints to restore pieces.
I knew
of
they
the
had
building.
some, but I didn't know they had them all. Hey, that's
I don't-
great. I
I'm
mean,
not
that stuff is,
sure.
it's part of the history, so you don't want to just throw it out.
Yeah, and they're they're dated back to the like 1911, 1910, or
Yeah, maybe the 10, we did the first section of that.
When that
whole
went up.
thing. When we had to demo the bank, well, demo, whatever, we had to remodel it, we took all of these safe deposit boxes, They had, it was an incredible